Rob, I've got my mic on. Do I need to turn it off?
Ladies and gentlemen, this evening, the GHS baseball program would like to recognize all of the players and families who are joining us for the Georgetown Youth Baseball Association night here at Eagle Field. We are honored this evening to introduce Rick Lane, owner of All Points Communications. He is joined on the field by his wife, Monica, and two sons, Grayson and Weston. Rick and Monica are both active supporters of programs throughout Georgetown ISD and our overall community. Rick is currently celebrating his 10th anniversary on the GYBA Executive Board. In recognition of his leadership and service for many of the players on the field this evening, we are inviting his youngest son, Weston Lane, a current GYBA 12U player, to throw out the first pitch. Weston, young man, whenever you're ready. And now the starting lineup for the Eastview. At right field, number 13, Stefan Reyes. That's yours, buddy. The second baseman, number 2, Galen Camarillo. A catcher, number 21, Juan Sanchez. The designated hitter, number 9, Drake Rodriguez. At first base, number 19, Gabe Pampa. At third base, number 5, Noah Reyes. The shortstop, number 14, Jackson Colson. The center fielder, number 1, A.J. Mays. The left fielder, number 7, Dylan Shelton. And the pitcher tonight, number 16, Ryan Bailey. And now will the rest of the Eastview players please come along the first base line. And now for the Georgetown Eagles, the catcher, number 20, Wyatt Childress.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
At right field, number 12, Jackson Siosin.
Oh yeah!
At first base, number 23, Cole Moore.
Yes, sir!
The center fielder, number 6, Ryan Knight. Third baseman, number 7,
Jackson! Yes, sir, old Jefferson! Yeah. Oh, sir! Oh,
Number 25, Hunter Salaries. The shortstop, number 5, Cole Posey.
Lucas Scott! Yeah! All right, boys, yeah!
Our national anthem this evening will be led by Grayson Lane, a junior at Georgetown High School, an accomplished musician in the award-winning Georgetown Eagle Fighting Band. Ladies and gentlemen, please remove your hats. A beautiful rendition of our country's national anthem. And welcome to another edition of Georgetown Eagle Baseball, live tonight on the SHNSports.com broadcast network. I'm Rob Hipp, alongside my good friend and broadcast partner, Galen Wellnicki. Galen, sorry about the intro there. I had double duties tonight, so it was an honor to be able to call out the starting lineup. I've never did that before, so it was a learning experience tonight, Galen.
You did a good job.
It takes a little bit of learning. We're live tonight here at Georgetown High School, the second game of the Battle of the San Gabriel. It's the Georgetown Eagles tonight hosting the Eastview Patriots. Again, I'm Rob Hipp with Galen Wellnicki. Nathan Hipp is our technical director tonight, and David England down on the field with that beautiful field cam. We appreciate the fine work of our SHN Sports family. Galen, tonight, Georgetown has got to keep things alive here. They are 7-0 entering tonight's game. But they do have their work cut out for them against an Eastview team that is hungry for a win. They are 0-7 in district, but as I just said, Galen, they are hungry for a win here in district play.
Yeah, this is an important game for Georgetown in the fact that it's the final game of the first half, really. If you go 8-0 and then you're coming in next week to four very important games in 8 days. You got 2 games coming up with Cedar Park and 2 games with Rouse.
Well, of course, Georgetown coached by Adam Foster in blue and white. Tonight they will be in there. I like to call these kind of the old Astros throwback jerseys, the ones that they wear here sometimes at home. It's the white jerseys with Eagles written in blue, but then they've got that Eagle blue at the top line, then a lighter sky blue in the middle, and then that stripe again at the bottom. Pretty nice outfits there for Georgetown tonight, Galen.
Good looking.
For the Eastview Patriots, of course, in there, red, white, and blue, coached by Matt Pullen. We appreciate Eastview here, a Georgetown High School tonight, as we played on their field. And Georgetown got off to an early lead in that game that we just broadcast on Tuesday night, Galen. And tonight, Georgetown, again, has got to keep their mental focus here. They're wanting to improve to 8-0. They should be able to do it tonight, but they have got to keep things in order. Again, as I said, I'm going to repeat it, against an Eastview team that is hungry and wants a win. And what a better win it would be tonight for Eastview to come into Georgetown's house here at the high school at Eagle Field and knock them off.
And it puts Georgetown in a very good situation if they win. Georgetown's been improving pretty much all across the board. As far as they've raised the team batting average to .331. The team earned run average has dropped to .276. And the opponent's batting average is just .242, and the defense and the fielding average is up to .958.
Well, Stefan Rez going to lead off here, and he knocks that one on a line drive right over to right into the hands of Ryan Goodnight in center field for the first out. Again, behind that mound tonight for Georgetown, or on the mound tonight, number 15, Jack Brinley, the pitcher, catching behind the plate, number 20, Wyatt Childress. Brinley, a left-handed pitcher for Georgetown. The pitch on its way. This one too close inside, and on his second pitch of the night will be a ball 1-0, Galen.
Right-handed.
Oh, right-handed. Thank you. I'm turned around right now, Galen. Thank you. Right-handed pitch on the way. This one is going to go over to center field as well. Getting under is Ryan Goodnight, and 1-2 for Georgetown. Move to the third in the order now. The catcher, number 21, Juan Sanchez.
Tell you what, they're up there swinging early.
Well, 2 line drives right over to center field, Galen, and 3 pitches. Georgetown's already at 2 outs. A good start here for the Eagles on a beautiful night tonight. Not a cloud in sight after some areas receiving over 3 inches of rain. Flooding reported in San Marcos just yesterday. Pitch here, a little too high and inside. The early count on Juan Sanchez, 1-0. I may have to get up and turn off that air conditioner before too long, Galen. It's a little chilly up in here.
People have been handed blankets and jackets into the stands, I noticed down there. So.
Pitch on the way here. And again, sorry, we're having a few technical difficulties early on. Got some cables up here that were having some problems. So, you know, electrical tape can only hold things so long, Galen.
That's true.
Pitch on the way, right hand. This one too far inside, and they call that one, though, a strike. 3-1 the count here on Juan Sanchez. 3 balls, 1 strike.
And that one's going to be a ball. And so reaching on a walk on Sanchez. I'm wondering that buzzing noise, and of course, Galen, it's the lights turning on here. I keep hearing that. I think someone's got a bug zapper. Cleaning up the designated hitter now in the 4th position, number 9, Drake Rodriguez. Right-handed hitter for the Eastview Patriots. On the mound, Brindley. Right-handed delivery on the way. This one's going to ground over to Cole Posey. And Cole there, a nice move, a little 6-4 action to second base for the 3rd and final out.
Pretty economical inning. He only threw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pitches, and that's not bad.
No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left on base. We are at the midway point. Through 1 inning, we'll keep things right here. Thanks for joining us tonight on SHN Sports. For Georgetown Eagle Baseball, 19-5A action. Galen, the end of this game will mark the halfway point of the season, and then things for Georgetown get tough. And we will talk about that throughout this game, Galen.
You know, the schedule is really backloaded against Georgetown. Some of the teams have already got Eastview. I mean, not Eastview, but Rouse and Cedar Park out of the way. And in the district, there's a real good battle shaping up between Hutto, Cedar Creek, and Elgin for the fourth place right now. Everybody's playing tonight. It's in the district. It's the night before Good Friday, Easter weekend.
Well, Galen, again, a beautiful night for baseball here at Georgetown High School. We appreciate everybody joining us here tonight on the SHNSports.com network. And good economical start. Speaking of economics, my former economic teacher in the house tonight, running the scoreboard for us, Mr. Barber. Appreciate him, and wanted to give a shout-out to all the teachers here at Georgetown High School. And a great night here, though, Galen, a GYBA night as well, the Georgetown Youth Baseball Association. A lot of these kids here at Georgetown and Eastview went through GYBA. So, well, let's talk about this. For Georgetown, leading off will be the catcher, number 20, Wyatt Childress. The right fielder, Jackson Seosin, behind him in that 3rd spot. The first baseman, number 23, Cole Moore. That's how I hear the kids say his name out there. I don't know if you caught that when I did his starting lineup. I did it real quick.
I'll tell you what, the wind is just the opposite. We've got kind of a north wind with a cold front that came through last night. So the wind is blowing to right field instead of the left field we've been used to so far this year.
Pitch on the way. This one too far outside. The early count here, Wyatt Childress, 1 ball, no strikes. Ryan Bailey on the mound, catching behind home plate, number 21, Juan Sanchez. First base, Gabe Pampa. Second base, Jalen Camarillo. Third base, number 5, Noah Rez. The shortstop tonight, number 14, Jackson Colson. From left to right, Dylan Shelton, number 7. Number 1, A.J. Mays. And number 13, Stefan Reyes. Next pitch on the way moments ago was a strike, 1-1 the count. Kick up, the right-handed delivery. That one looked close, Galen, but they're going to say too low, and 2 balls, 1 strike. Kick up here, pitch on the way, swing and a miss. And the count even now at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Well, Ryan Bailey again on the mound for Eastview, the right-handed pitcher on a 2-2 count. Pitch here and swing and a miss, and got him swinging for the first out. believe, if I'm not mistaken, on Tuesday, Wyatt led off with that double, Galen. And I may be mistaken on that, but as far as I can recall, he led off with a double, but here tonight, no dice early.
I think he led off with a triple.
Yeah, I believe so. Right fielder, number 12, Jackson Siosin. This pitch curves right in, and a wicked curve for a strike, 0-1. Next pitch on the way for a strike. It almost blew our ears out here, Galen. Count 0-2. Taking a while to find the rhythm tonight. The 0-2 delivery, that one way too far outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Jackson Siosin.
Trying to get him to chase that.
Siosin here is 58th at bat, averages .386 here in this season. Bailey kicks up the left leg, the right-handed pitch on the way. This one's going to ground over, and Bailey should get it on a little routine 1-3, and he does for the second out. So Bailey over to Gabe Pompa for the second out. Third in the order, the first baseman, number 23, Cole Moore. Cole Moore, a great season so far for Georgetown here. 66 at bat, averaging 400 on this season. 25 hits, would be nice to get 26 here. 3 home runs, 22 RBIs for the Georgetown Eagles. 1-0 the count. Next pitch on the way. This one too far outside. We're even at 1 apiece. There you go, Galen, talking about Arby's again. Georgetown's supposed to get an Arby's. Did you know that?
Of course, I don't live here, though, so.
Pitch here, grounds over foul into the Eagle dugout. The count at 2-1.
We have one in Temple. It's real well managed. It's a great place to eat. So. And they have one in Belton, too, so.
We have the meats.
I think there used to be one out there at the intersection out there. Ooh.
This one is going to hit over a line drive, and he can't make the play. That's an error out there on an E9. And Cole Moore will reach first base on the E9. And the sun may have something to do with it down there. Stefan Reyes looked like a little sun may have gotten his eyes as that sun really starting to set now. And when you start getting in that point of the afternoon, Galen, from left to right, you got a lot of sunshine, especially at center field and right field. The left fielder, those shadows start to trek in his favor.
They're all put there. The second baseman ran out and gave Stefan his sunglasses, and then they came out of the dugout and gave the second baseman sunglasses. So,
well, the sun pouring over the field out there on right field and center. Also the pitcher, it's right in his eyes, Ryan Bailey. But so far, not doing a bad job with that sun shining right on him. Pitch on the way here. Georgetown safely getting back over to first. Not sure if that was a ball or a strike, Galen. It was a ball. 1-0 the count here on Ryan Neitch. Pitch on the way. Neitch. This one clips the corner for a strike. 1-1. Bailey on the mound trying to pick. Runner safe back at first. Well, Rouse tonight playing on the road at Cedar Creek. Rouse should be victorious in that game. So that's really, for Georgetown, keeping your eyes on Rouse, keeping your eyes on Cedar Park here in 19-5A. Would you agree to that, Galen?
I definitely would. Cedar Park's off this week from district play.
Pitch here, too close inside, but they're going to call that a strike as Ryan Knight standing way up close there in that batter's box. The count at 1 ball and 2 strikes. This one pops up over to right field. The second baseman actually trying to get under it, and he makes the grab for the third out. With the sun in his eyes, but those glasses paying off that time for Jalen Camarillo on a little fly four action. For Georgetown, no runs, no hits, 1 error, 1 left on base. We move to the top of the second inning. Don't go anywhere, folks. Georgetown Eagle Baseball live tonight on the SHNSports.com broadcast network will continue after this.
This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by the Hipp Network. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, use of sound bites and interviews, and use of any other content, including audio or video, without the direct written consent and permission by the Hipp Network is strictly prohibited and protected by federal and copyright laws. All rights are reserved by the Hipp Network and SHNSports.com.
Georgetown High School tonight. Top of the second inning. Nobody's run yet, Galen. And last night, Tuesday night, Georgetown scored in every inning up until the end as Georgetown on the run roll with 10 runs, well, actually 11. It was a big night for Georgetown. A lot of hits going out there. We actually had co-players of the game. But tonight, though, Eastview putting a little brakes on Georgetown early here. Leading off for Eastview, the right hitter, number 19, the first baseman, Gabe Pompa. On the mound, of course, Jack Brindley kicks up the right-handed pitch, and this one hits him right off the bat. So Pompa, after one pitch, will go right to first base. And that ball got away from Jack Brindley. And you got to wonder, is the sun playing with Jack Brindley's eyes out there, Galen?
I don't know. It may be just a pitch that got away from him, too. Trying to pitch inside on the batter.
Now at bat, the third baseman, number 5, Noah Reyes. Brindley with that right foot on the rubber, kicks up here, pulls back, and Georgetown trying to get the base runner, almost got him. Man, that was a good play out there by Wyatt Childress over to Cole Moore, but let's be honest, it almost got out of the glove of Cole Moore. Oh, and 1 the count. Jack Brindley says, I'm going to keep you honest over there at first, young man. It's Gabe Pompa hanging out over there after that hit by pitch moments ago. And no score here. Top of the second inning. 0-1 the count. Eastview has a base runner on first. The pitch on the way. Pulls back on the bunt. It goes foul into the Eastview Patriot dugout. The count at 0-2.
One thing about it, though, the laundry people don't have to worry when you dive back, though, because we've got artificial turf on both the base paths and in the infield, so. No grass stains, no dirt.
Yeah, and it's not cheap paint on that field either. If it was, that'd rub off on you, but again, trying to keep that runner honest. And did he get him? He did. Out on the 1-3. Great job there and a good eye by Jack Brindley over to Cole Moore for the first out on Gabe Pompa there on a 1-3. Count here remains 0-2. Nobody on now. The pitch on the way. Pulls back. Too close inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
He called him out on that.
He did. What happened?
He just
called. He caught looking.
Yep.
Well, beg your pardon. I thought that it was a ball, Galen. In any case, that's the second out. Sorry for that. Thank you, Galen.
You and the umpire didn't agree.
I'll agree with him. Shortstop, number 14, Jackson Colson. 7th in the order. Part of the bottom 3. The pitch on the way. This one's going to be a ball, 1-0. Leander in a doubleheader in 25-6A tonight over in Hayes, down in Hayes County, they got a lot of rain down there over the past couple of days, Galen.
I think just about everybody through this area got a lot of rain.
How was it up in Temple?
We got a pretty good. It rained real hard most. I guess it was Wednesday night.
Pitch here.
Tuesday night. Yeah.
Pitch here across the plate for a strike. 1-1 the count. Right-handed delivery. This one's going to fly foul way behind us, and the count at 1-2. Someone's window out there broke. Good thing Nathan didn't try to park inside the fence. The 1-2 delivery off the right hand. Got him looking for the third out. Well, Brindley, after a hit by pitch, redeems itself, Galen. Had a nice 1-3, keeping the runner honest, but got him out there and tagged that runner, Gabe Pompa, who was hit by a pitch. Then Noah Rez and Jackson Colson both looking, striking out. We're through 1.5. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base, Galen.
Yep. And we've got Jeffrey David, Logan Drake, and Hunter Savarese coming up the plate. There's a chance we could do something here.
So kind of through the bottom middle of the pack here, the 5, 6, and 7 spot. Jeffrey David will be leading off, as Galen just mentioned moments ago, his 63rd at-bat of the season, 24 hits. And looking at that number, Galen, he is the second leading hitter for Georgetown, averaging .387. He has 9 RBIs on the season. I was just talking to his father, who is actually doing PA duties tonight. After I did the starting lineup, he's calling all the kids coming up, so he gets to call his son here. That's pretty exciting.
That's good.
Well, hey, the SHN fan line is open. We'd love to hear from you. Feel free to send us a text message to 512-522-9105. Again, that SHN text line is open at 512-522-9105. Let us know how we're sounding, how we're coming in tonight. We'd love to hear from you. Again, 512-522-9105. Send those text messages. We'll give you a shout out on the air. Let us know who you're watching tonight. Ryan Bailey on the mound, the right-handed pitch on the way.
Strike.
Late strike called, 0-1. These calls seem like they're a little late tonight, Galen, or is that just me?
It may be just the umpire's style.
Next pitch quickly, in rhythm. This one too low and out, or inside, and the early count 1-1. One pitch, swing, and tip foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Well, Georgetown still in that 14th ranking, of course, in the Texas High School Baseball Coaches Association poll. Those numbers come out, I believe, every Monday, Galen, as you told me. Here on the 1-2 pitch. This one going to get under it, but it should sail into center field near that left center power alley, and it is for an out. A.J. Mays making his way under it for a fly 8 for the first out of the second inning for Georgetown. Well, Galen, at bat now. Designated hitter number 13, Logan Drake. 25th at bat of the season, has 11 hits, but he's leading all hitters here, or all batters, with a .458 average. Not a bad season start here for Logan Drake. The first pitch, though, on the way is going to be a strike, 0-1. Boy, they are calling these tonight, Galen. Wind up, the right-handed delivery. This one too far outside, called a ball. Even count at 1-1. Aces across the board.
That would have been a challenge if he'd have called that in the ball.
Yeah.
Strike. That was.
1-1 delivery. This one going to ground over, and it is a base hit for Georgetown. Logan Drake continues his hitting ways here in this season for Georgetown. Gives a high five over to Coach Brindley on first base, and that is a hit for Georgetown on a 1-1 count. And Galen, that's the first hit of the game for the Georgetown Eagles.
Or for either team.
That's right. Hunter Savarese.
Yeah, if you noticed, there's been a change now. The flags are hanging Just very little bit of a ruffle in the flags right now. Though.
Pitch on the way.
That's good.
And this one may be a base hit unless that right fielder can get under it, and he does, and Logan Drake's going to head back over to first. So in the sun, Stefan Reyes, who dropped one earlier, now he's got his shades on, able to get under this one. A little fly 9 there for the second out. Logan Drake will stay on 1. Galen, this is the All Eyes on Me Tupac. All eyes on me. That's a good song for baseball. Trying to pick here on a 1-3. A runner stays safe. Cole Posey, 8th in the order. 63rd at bat with 14 hits on the season, averaging 226, but he's done damage on the defensive end, and now he's getting a little damage on his back as he was hit by a pitch. So Copo will reach over to first on that hit by pitch. Logan Drake will advance over to second. And we move to the bottom of the lineup, the second baseman, number 8, Luke Seaback. Talking about Luke, Galen.
The good thing about getting hit by that pitch was it probably wouldn't have got a speeding ticket on the access road.
Luke Seaback, 42nd at bat, averaging 244.
He's raised his batting average a little bit too.
Pitch on the way, this one too far outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Again, runner in scoring position for Georgetown, Logan Drake on second, Cole Posey out there at first. Jared Pierce grandparents from Andrews, Texas, and far west Texas listening in tonight. Appreciate our listeners out there again. And Jared Pierce's grandparents, thank you for joining us tonight. This one's going to ground over, and did the runner get in there? What are they going to call that? Safe. Wow.
That was not a smart play because the third baseman could have easily came over and done the force on the bag.
Well, Logan Drake will advance over to third, and now the bases are loaded for Georgetown. And Galen, I missed that. What happened out there?
He third baseman fielded the ball, and he was going to throw to first instead of just taking 2 steps and tagging.
Count that as a hit for Seaback? They didn't count it as a hit. It's not on the board.
Kind of a fielder's choice.
Guess so. Well, in any case, we move back to the top of the lineup here. Wyatt Childress 0 for 1 tonight, struck out swinging earlier in the first. First pitch on the way to Wyatt is going to be a strike, and the early count 0-1. Don and Beth Turner, Brownwood, supporting their grandson Wesley Dixon and all of the Eagles. Thanks for broadcasting the games. Well done. Appreciate the Turner family. Thank you for letting us know you're out there tonight. We appreciate you. Pitch on the way. This one's going to go fly up over center field, and A.J. May should be able to get under it, and he does for a routine fly 8 for the third out. And, man, that's tough for Georgetown because they get no runs on 1 hit. There were no errors in that inning, but Georgetown leaving 3 on. And, Galen, Georgetown has now left 4 on base through 2. That's not a stat that Coach Foster or any of the Georgetown staff wants to see out of this Georgetown Eagle team, Galen. We'll keep it right here. Your thoughts through 2 so far, Galen?
Somebody's going to need to start hitting here pretty soon. Hitting with men on base.
Well, the game moving quickly, though. Top of the third already here, and the time only 7:24. It's not customary this season that we've seen a game go this quick so far, but Galen and I may jinx it by saying that.
That usually happens. We could play like this with, and still be here at 3 a.m. too.
Mark Stinnett, 106.7 FM KGTN LP Georgetown. Excited about the Georgetown Community Radio as they have secured a location now down on the square. So there will be a studio room. Ken Covington and I do a show called Good Morning Georgetown on our local radio station, and now I won't have to do that out of the Click office where I had to lug around equipment and set it up every Wednesday morning. So that's going to be a lot easier for us, and we're excited to be able to have that commercial location access now right on the square in Georgetown. So, the original KGTN was on the square, Galen.
That's where you need to be, is downtown on the square.
That's right. A lot of good places to eat. Hey, a lot of good places to drink, let's be honest. Dr. Pepper root beer, of course.
Right.
Warm-up pitch is on the way here. Jack Brindley leading off for Eastview. Galen, I'll let you go over that leading off for Eastview.
A.J. Mays is leading off, followed by Dylan Shelton and Stefan Reyes. A.J. stepping in with an orange bat.
Can't miss it. A.J. Mays, first time at bat here, the 8th in the order. We're down to the bottom 2. Brindley, the kick-up pitch. This one too high for the ball. 1-0, the early count here on A.J. Mays.
This is a true orange bat. It's more of a Tennessee orange than a burnt orange, Texas burnt orange.
I'd prefer the green bat, Baylor bat. This one going to ground over, and it will be the third baseman making the play, Jeffrey David, over to Cole Moore for a nice little 5-3 action for the first out. Man, great field work by Georgetown here early through 2 and now through the first out in 3, Galen.
Well, the fielding average has been coming up. And Foster, I was talking the other day about how they had defensive problems earlier, but things have straightened out quite a bit. And they're showing that in district play.
Bottom of the lineup now, the left fielder for Eastview, number 7, Dylan Shelton. This one goes foul off that third baseline near the Georgetown Eagle dugout. Takes a bounce, and the early count 0-1. Well, Nathan and I had an opportunity to broadcast it was a tape delay, but we covered Southwestern University's 6th annual kickoff luncheon for football. That was exciting. We'll talk more about that as the broadcast goes on. This pitch here looked like it was across the plate on the fastball. They're going to call a strike. Did they call a strike, Galen?
Oh, ball.
A ball. So is the count 1-1. That looked like a great pitch to me from here, Galen. Next pitch on the way. This one clips the corner. I mean, that one right there looked a little less than the other one. The count 1-2. But we will be broadcasting Southwestern University football this season. We're excited about that. Coach Austin and the great work that he's doing now, the 6th year for Southwestern and the 2nd year in their new conference. Kick up here, the right-handed pitch, too close inside, and 2-2 the count, even with 1 out. Getting here in the top of the 3rd. We'll have to get you in over on a few Southwestern games, Galen.
I'll tell you one thing. I go to see Mary Hardin Baylor quite a bit because it's close to my house when I'm off on Saturdays. And I'll tell you what, I don't think you can beat Division III football. The kids are there, they want to play, they're not getting a lot of financial aid. If it is, it's for academics or for other things.
Man, speaking of kids, you look over out this right window, there's about 30 kids out there. Of course, GYBA night, they want to catch some foul balls. Swing and a miss here on a 2-2, got him swinging for the first out, and that is the 3rd strikeout now for Jack Brindley, the 2nd out.
And I'm sure I'll make some people mad when I say this about Division III, but one of the things I like about Division III is most of the kids, in fact, all the kids playing in Division III are true college students. Because your chances of going to the pros are very slim out of Division III.
First pitch on the way here at the top of the order for the left-handed hitter, Stefan Reyes, is a ball, 1-0. Brindley standing tall on the mound for the Georgetown Eagles. Kicks up the left leg, the right-handed pitch. This one's going to ground over to Cole Moore, and it will be a nice little unassisted 3U. If that's right, Galen.
That is correct.
Hey, I'm learning. Bring me a cake.
You're doing a good job.
No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We're through 2.5. The score here, 0-0. We'll keep things right here, Galen, and see what the Georgetown offense has cooking here in the bottom of the 3rd.
I'm really excited though, because you know both schools, both Division III schools in this area have great facilities, athletic facilities. Southwestern has a great baseball field. You know, the Robertson Center is great for basketball and volleyball, and they play over here at the soon to be renamed, I hear, Georgetown Athletic Complex football field. So.
That's right. We won't say who, but yeah, we heard that there's a possible renaming going to happen.
And with that renaming, those renamings come with big bucks usually.
Getting the warm-up pitches on the mound for the Eastview Patriots. Number 16 out there, Ryan Bailey. Georgetown trying to get a run here. As this isn't common for the Eagles, at least versus Eastview. They've been able to get on the run board early, but here so far through 2, so they'll see if they can do it here in the 3rd. But you got to give credit to Eastview and pitcher Ryan Bailey doing some great work here. Eastview doing great fielding as well, and Georgetown, though, is hurting themselves. They've had 5 on base tonight that they've left and not able to score out of those, or 4 on base. They have not been able to score on those 4.
Well, one thing, we've got the meat of the order coming up here in 2, 3, and 4 batters, so.
The bottom of the 3rd, the pitch on the way. This one clips too far outside for a ball. 1-0 the early count on Jackson Siosin, the right fielder, who leading off here in the 3rd.
The umpire was leaning a little bit on that one. I think he was thinking about calling it a strike.
Pitch on the way. This one curves back inside for a strike as it clips the outside corner. 1-1. Jackson Siosin tonight out on a 1-3. He is 0 for 1 here in this ball game. Wind up pitch, the right hand. This one too low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I love the GYBA nights here to see all the young kids here and future Georgetown Eagle and Eastview Patriot kids, Galen, and hey, even some new high school that hasn't even been built yet. Those kids will be going to it.
Right.
This one going to go over to the second baseman, and it will be a 4-3 ground out. Great field work there by Jalen Camarillo over to Gabe Pompa for the first out of the inning for the Georgetown Eagles. I'm about to say, by the time some of these young kids get in high school, there's going to be 2 or 3 more high schools, so we may have 4 or 5 high schools, Galen. Who knows?
Look at Frisco, look at places like Frisco where they just, every year it seems like they open up a new, in the North Side District in San Antonio, seems like every year or 2 they open up a new high school.
Well, Leander now, and Leander ISD, I believe 5 high schools?
6.
6, wow.
Pflugerville now has 4, and Round Rock has 5.
That's unbelievable. First baseman, number 23, Cole Moore, and he's going to ground this one right over to the first baseman. So a little first baseman to first baseman. The line drive right there for the second out.
Just to put it in perspective, when I moved here in 1960, Pflugerville had 55. We'll play 6-man football. Pflugerville High School did.
Wow.
Round Rock had 212 students in the high school. That's one solo high school.
212 when? What year was this?
Back in 1960.
Wow. Pitch on the way here. Right across the plate for a strike as Ryan Neitch looked at it. The early count 0-1.
And I dated a young lady when I was in high school for a couple weeks who lived in out in Leander, and that was from where we lived in North Austin. Back then, that was a road trip. There was nothing was built up between North Austin and Leander.
Like I said, for a couple of weeks. Galen, that's good memory. I had a few of those back in the day.
Well,
0-2 the count here.
You want to give the young lady credit for having come to her senses.
Oh, yeah. This one too low, and the first ball here of this at-bat, 1-2 the count. Yeah, I wanted to mention already 2 up, 2 down for Georgetown. You got to give credit to Ryan Bailey. He has done a phenomenal job here on the mound for Eastview early in this game. The 1-2 right-handed delivery. This one's going to ground foul. Just to the left of Coach Adam Foster in front of the Eagles dugout, and the count remains 1-2.
I'm not going to mention Coach Foster tonight.
He knows it was in good fun.
Yeah, I know.
We talked about just how great the staff is here at Georgetown, and talking to some parents earlier about that. This one, boy, hits Neitch, and there he is. Ryan Neitch gets hit yet again. Galen, he went on a dry spell. Neitch didn't get hit for a few games. But somebody put the magnet back in the ball, and boy, lit him right in the back again, Galen.
I don't have the hit by on there.
You don't have the hit by pitch? Well, that's got to be at least that may be in double digits now.
It's around 9, I think, or something, 9 or 10, somewhere right in there.
It's the second hit by pitch tonight from Ryan Bailey. I jinxed it saying how great he was doing so far. Trying to pick here on a 1-3 and then runner safe. Jeffrey David, the third baseman, now at bat for Georgetown. He popped one up to center field and was out in the second for the first out of that inning for the Georgetown Eagles. And again, trying to pick here. The count's still 0-0. What a Sitting here trying to find my paperwork, Galen. It's right in front of me. Ryan Bailey, pitch on the way, too high. Georgetown's going to try to get over second. He got there in time. Stolen base for Ryan Goodnight. And Ryan Knights is their leader in stolen bases. That's his 16th now, Galen. Man. And in scoring position now. The count 0-1 here on Jeffrey David. David is 64th at-bat of this season. Pulls back a little too late here. They're going to call it a strike. Now the count 0-2. Well, Childress has 14 stolen bases. David behind him with 12. And then Posey, Ross, and Seaback at 11, 8, and 7. Seosin has 6. And before we got into district play, Georgetown was already over 60 stolen bases on the season, but that's slowed down now, I believe, Galen.
Yeah, Georgetown stolen 90 on 120 attempts.
That's impressive.
750 average.
That's extremely economical, Galen. This pitch too far outside. One ball, 2 strikes.
They were going with a pitch out that time. The catcher was basically lined up somewhere around the Travis Williamson County line there, it looked like, as far out of the as far out of the catcher's box as he was.
1-2, 2 outs. Base runner on second in scoring position for Georgetown. Pitch on the way, too far outside, and we're even across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs as the sun continues to set. There's hardly a trace of that sunshine on the field. Just a little shimmer there, right to that right power alley, and that's about it, Galen.
And I tell you, the happiest people right now are the second baseman and the left right fielders.
Pitch too far outside, and we've got a full count now at 3-2.
Now, you got to watch taking pitches to get with this umpire because you don't know exactly what his strike zone is. It's because it's kind of wandered around a little bit.
The payoff pitch is going to be delayed for a minute. This is a base runner for Georgetown. Knights had to dive back onto second base. Luckily, the second baseman or the shortstop wasn't anywhere near there, Galen. That could have been an easy out.
He was going there until he noticed that everybody was looking at him.
Yeah, he had 3 looking at him.
Hey.
Payoff pitch now on the way. Swing, tip, foul. Count remains 3-2.
That was the deer in your gun sights. They're out there.
Well, Galen jinxed it because how quick things were going, and things have slowed down here in the third. The bottom of the third, no score yet. Georgetown in a 3-2 count. Runner on second is Ryan Knights. A hit here may score him. Pitch on the way. Swing, foul tip, or do they say he struck out swing?
Foul.
Yeah, boy, that went off his hand. You can see him grimacing down there. You know that stings. I don't have to state the obvious. So once again, Galen, the payoff. He's trying to pay off, but nobody's cashing the check.
Right.
Bank's closed. Pitch on the way. This one's going to go over to left field. It is going deep down, and the left fielder is going to back up and make the play for the third out. Tough break for the Eagles, but give Dylan Shelton credit back there as he backpedaled. Nice little 5-7 for the Eastview Patriots. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left on base. Galen, we're already at the top of the fourth. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back after this.
Hey friends, Rob Hipp here, Director of Operations with SHN Sports. Need a friendly reminder of upcoming broadcasts? We have a simple solution. Join the SHN VIP list today. Stay up to date with upcoming broadcasts, events, and other exclusive content. Visit shnsports.com/VIP. That's shnsports.com/VIP.
Rob Hibb alongside Galen Wellnicki. Welcome back to Georgetown Eagle Baseball. Top of the fourth inning. No score yet. Galen, I'll send it over to you. I know right before we went to break, you.
That's only 39 minutes after we started. We started a couple minutes, I guess, after 7. So.
Well, flags, a little movement out there now at center field. Of course, here at Georgetown, your left and right corners at 323, your power alleys at 385, your center field just a little bit more than that, but not by much, Galen. Leading off here in the top of the 4th inning for the Eastview Patriots, the second baseman, number 2, Jalen Camarillo. He's 0 for 1 tonight, had a line drive out to center field in the first. Brindley still on the mound, the right-handed delivery. Pulls back too high, and a ball called here, 1-0.
Yeah, this is we actually have one of the bigger ballparks in the area, high school parks in the area.
Next pitch on the way. Called a ball as well, 2-0. Now, Brindley's struggling a bit tonight, uncharacteristically with his pitching. We'll see if he can find his rhythm here. Through 4. Right-handed pitch on the way. This one again too high, and the count now 3-0. David England doing great work for us. David, I was going to check. Do we have you on microphone tonight down there? I just wanted to check and see if our mic was able to pick up over there. Pitch on the way here. This one is going to clip the corner for a strike, 3-1. Yeah, you're cutting out, so we're not going to be able to get that. I just heard you go, Sorry about that, David. 3-1 the pitch here. This one is going to pop up. Cole Moore calling for it, and he will step gracefully over the first baseline, and it will be an out, the first out for Georgetown. So, David, if you do notice anything going on, feel free to relay that information over to Nathan tonight, and we'll communicate that way. Where David is located, we can get some great video of the bullpen. However, the only unfortunate thing is our microphone has a hard time penetrating through that metal building. So the catcher, number 21, Sanchez. This one is going to ground over, and the catcher trying to get on it, and it's going to go foul. 0-1 the count.
Look at the moon now. Look how clear the moon is right now. You could almost, somebody could wave to, if somebody was up there, they could wave to us.
Yeah, beautiful night here at Georgetown. The lights are on. There's no more sunshine anywhere that I can see on the landscape as the sun continues to set. Only sun I see is a little bit on the back of GISD Athletic Complex. This pitch on the way, and it's going to be called a ball, 1-1. One and two the count. Kick up here, right-handed. This one too far outside, and the count even now at 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here. A 2-2 pitch on the way. Again, too far outside, and now we've got a full count at 3-2. Well, congratulations to Matt Leishman, working at the Daily News Sun newspaper in Arizona as the editor. The owner's already given him credit, and I don't even think he's been there a month yet, Galen. This pitch too high, and it's going to walk him. So Brindley walks a batter here, and that is the second walk of the night. Matt was telling me the owners there at the newspaper said that the Daily News Sun has never been edited better. And, man, if you're new to a company as the editor of that paper and you've only been there a month or less, and getting that kind of comment from the owners, that's not too bad.
Not at all.
So great work to Matt Leishman, living his passion, doing great work there in Arizona. And sometime over the summer, I'm going to have to take a road trip or go fly out there for a few days and visit Matt, a good friend of mine. We miss him here at SHN, but we've got great folks here at Georgetown. Galen, appreciate you being here with us this year. That's been a fun one so far. Pitch on the way. Called a strike here. The count 0-1 on Drake Rodriguez. Rodriguez 0 for 1. Was out on a 6-4 in the first. So we'll get 0-1, 1 out. Georgetown trying to do some pick action there on 1. The base runner's safe. Eastview going to take off running. Georgetown, did he get there in time? He did. Beautiful play from Wyatt Childress.
To second base.
Over to the second baseman. Was that Seabeck or Posey coming over there too?
Seabeck.
It was Seabeck. A nice 2-4 on Sanchez for the second out. Drake Rodriguez in a 1-2, and Childress is going to talk things over with Jack Brinley.
You know, I don't know if that was Sanchez or not. I haven't been checking to see if they've been running. No, I think it was Sanchez, but if they can put a courtesy runner in for the catcher when he gets on base. So, but I think it was Sanchez that went back into the dugout.
A lot of things you got to keep up with in baseball. Pitch on the way. Call that one too high, 2-2 on Drake Rodriguez.
I was an official scorekeeper in the Texas League for about 10 years when I was working at San Antonio Light, and it's a headache.
Man.
You get paid, I think we got paid $8 to $10 a game from the league for doing it.
This one, a late swing, going to result in a foul way over off the first base side. The kiddo's chasing this one down
Of course,
beyond the fence.
$10 would buy you a good chicken fried steak back then. So.
Yeah.
But, you know, and back there you have to cope with the players too, because the players are always going to whine about something. They're going to, well, it should have been a hit instead of an error. It should have been, and the pitcher will be telling you, no, it should have been an error instead of a hit.
This one's going to pop way up into the air. Cole Moore not going to be able to get there in time. Again, it's going to go foul, and the kids once again take off running. 2-2 the count, 2 outs. Georgetown 2 up, 2 down. And Jack Brinley trying to get out of this inning here, not allow a run. Nobody on for Eastview. Really, think about it, it really wasn't an easy 2 up, 2 down because Sanchez reached on a walk and then tried to steal over to second, and that's how he got out for that second out. Kick up, pitch on the way. This one's going to ground over. Copo diving in, making the play over to Cole Moore, and to Como Popo. I got a little tongue twisted there. It was Copo to Como. 6-3, give me 3 mo, Galen. For the third out.
And for Eastview, there was no mo.
No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We are through 3.5. Midway through 4, we move to the bottom of the 4th. Don't go anywhere, folks. Georgetown Eagle Baseball live tonight at the SHNSports.com broadcast network. Will resume after this.
Thousands of listeners, laser-focused marketing, and showing a high level of community involvement. Those are a few of many reasons to advertise with SHN Sports. We strive to keep our broadcast as affordable as possible, and your support makes that happen. Please consider advertising with SHN Sports. Email rob@shnsports.com. That's rob@shnsports.com. We have a solution for everyone.
Back to Georgetown High School. Rob Hipp alongside Galen Wellnicki. This is Georgetown Eagle Baseball here in 19-5A district action. The 8th game of this district season. Georgetown 7-0, trying to make it 8-0. Jack Brinley working out of this one here, and Georgetown now in the bottom of the 4th, back at bat. Leading off will be the designated hitter. The designated hibber. I don't know what that would be, Galen. Designated hitter number 13, Logan Drake. Logan tonight 1 for 1. Had a hit, then was eventually able to come around to third, but was left stranded in part of those 3 runners that were left on base back in the second.
I believe he has the only hit of the night for either team.
Pitch here, and this one, though, will he get there in time? Oh, Logan got there, and that was going to be a hard one. I don't think you credit an error there. Do you? Well, let's see what they put on the board. I mean, that was a hard roll.
Yep.
And they do. They called an error out there on the second baseman, I believe, Jalen Camarillo.
I would have called it an error because it was right to him.
Right in his glove, I guess, yeah. Well, an E4 is the call. Now at bat for Georgetown, the left fielder, number 25, Hunter Savarese. He's 0 for 1 tonight, flew one up to right field, looking for the sac bunt here. Trying to get over on base, and he will be out on a 1-3, but the sac bunt will advance Logan Drake over to second. Is that correct, Galen?
Yes.
So out on a 1-3 sac B. The shortstop, number 5, Cole Posey, now at bat for the Georgetown Eagles. With all eyes on me.
19 is pinch running.
19 pinch running for Georgetown?
Yes.
That's Zachary Whittington out there for Georgetown. Zachary Whittington. Pinch running on second. Cole Posey. Trying to get a hit here. A hit could score for Georgetown. Looking for the bunt. Places this one beautifully.
That's going to be a base
That
hit.
is a beautiful bunt by Cole Posey. A base hit. And will advance his runner over to third. And Cole is safe at first. What a play by Cole Posey.
You do what you have to do. And, you know, they caught the third baseman playing back, put the ball down there, and nobody's going to be able to get to it.
Well, so far in this game, that's been the play of the game here. Early through 4 for Georgetown is Cole Posey. Advancing his runner over to third. And Cole's safe at first, so runners in the corners. Bottom of the lineup, the second baseman, Luke Seaback. 0 for 1 tonight, Galen?
Yeah. Okay, this is going to score.
And he will lace this one, and he will get on. Nobody was there at first. And that'll be a hit for Luke Seaback.
An RBI for...
Give the RBI to Seaback. And Logan Drake will come around to score. Well, the pinch runner, Zachary Whittington, will come around to score. Cole Posey will be at second in scoring position. So Posey at second, Seaback at 1, and Georgetown leads now, Galen. 1-0 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Back to the top of the lineup, the catcher, number 20, Wyatt Childress, 0 for 2 tonight. Now we're seeing a little rhythm, Galen. Because the night's here, this is the rhythm of the night. Oh, yeah, this is the rhythm of the night. Pitch on the way, looking for another bunt. This one pops up. Did the catcher make that play? Base runner going to get back, and boy, he did. He reached down and caught that, Galen. Wow, what a play by the catcher, Juan Sanchez. Diving down, able to get that play on his own for the second out.
He pop up the second. The 2.
That was a nice play. He had to dive for that one, Galen. The right fielder, number 12, Jackson Siosin, 0 for 2 tonight. Was out on a 1-3 in the first, and then a 4-3 ground out in the third. Base runners for Georgetown on 1 and 2 remain. It's Luke Seaback at 1, Cole Posey at second. Georgetown leads 1-0 here in the bottom of the 4th, but 2 outs now on the board. Georgetown doesn't want to leave 2 more on tonight. They want to try to get some advancement here. Pitch on the way. This one's going to ground foul. Both runners took off, and they counted 0-1. Well, taking some time here, Galen, to get this going. 0-1 the count here, and boy, a lot of time being taken here, Galen. You want to go grab a hot dog? This one's going to ground over, and it could be close to being a base hit. No, he didn't get there in time. That's going to be the third out. Well, a beautiful play there on a 6-3 for the third out of the inning. But Galen, Georgetown doing a little work here, scoring 1 run, give them 2 hits in that inning, 1 error by Eastview, and as far as leaving on base, 2 more were left on, Galen. So again, 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error, 2 left on base, but Georgetown now has the lead at 1-0. As we move to the top of the 5th inning, we'll keep things right here, Galen.
You know, I think we're still right under 8 o'clock, so we're moving right along on this game, even with the.
Well, top of the 5th inning, and the stat that's standing out to me right now, though, for Georgetown, Galen, is every inning Georgetown has left runners on base, and that number now for the Georgetown Eagles at 7.
Right,
and that's not the night that Georgetown wants to have.
You've had 8 base runners, and only 1 of them scored. You left 7 of those ducks out there on the pond.
And they should be able to float into home with all the rain we've had, but, you know, it's the way it goes tonight, Galen. Well, let's talk about who's leading off here for the Eastview Patriots. Still looking for their first run of this inning. It'll be the middle of the lineup here, the first baseman, number 19, Gabe Pompa, leading off for Eastview.
He got punked by a pitch the last time up. So he's in the I've been tattooed club.
It's not the tattoo you want.
No, you don't want those stitches. You don't want the baseball stitches either, not besides the regular kind.
Well, Jack Brindley's still on the mound for Georgetown here. Again, leading off the first baseman, Pompa, the right-handed pitch on the way, and this one a fastball right across the plate for a strike. Good first pitch for Jack Brindley here in the top of the 5th inning. Georgetown leading 1-0 here on their home field tonight. Brindley trying to keep things rolling. Pitch here. This one's going to hit just out of the reach of the glove of Cole Moore at first base, but it goes foul. In the early count here, 0-2.
Well, one thing, I don't think we're going to have a 5-inning game tonight, unless we have a big rally in the bottom of the 5th.
Brindley on the 0-2 delivery out of the right hand. This one too far away from him. Gets out of the reach of Wyatt Childress behind the plate, but luckily nobody on for Eastview, and the count at 1-2 strikes. Have a little Facebook live stream going on right now. Of course, for better audio, head over to shnsports.com and click on baseball. But Lori Anderson tuning in tonight. We appreciate Lori. Lori been in Georgetown for a long time. A lot of great job that Lori has done over the years here in Georgetown. Chris Wells also watching. Brianna Moyer, appreciate all of you out there tonight. 2-2 the count. We're live here from Georgetown High School. The Eagles lead 1-0. Brindley, the pitch on the way. This one hit foul way behind the Eastview Patriot dugout. That one may have hit the restroom over there, Galen. The girls' restroom was locked earlier, so everybody was taking turns coming in and out of the men's restroom tonight here.
Well, after the rains, it may have been flooded. Part of the press box was flooded.
Really?
Yes.
Up here?
Yes. Down there they were drying it out. They were trying to dry it out, and they said, in fact, they had to warn me before that it might start smelling up here before the day was up.
Full count, 3-2. Gabe Pompa holding on.
That one just kind of got away from him and kind of floated up there. Kind of a real arc on it.
Well, the payoff pitch here out of the right hand. On its way.
And he swung at it.
Swing at it and a miss. Well, Pompa bit at it, and he got the first out now. 6 in the lineup, the third baseman, number 5, Noah Reyes. Noah 0 for 1 tonight, struck out looking in the second. Eastview trying to get on the board here as they trail 1-0. In the top of the 5th inning here at Georgetown High School, the Battle of the San Gabriel underway. This pitch too low on the corner. 1-0 the early count here, Noah Reyes. Now Brindley's starting to find his rhythm here, Galen. Right-handed pitch. Too low again. 2-0. It's because I said that. Brindley on the mound. Takes a little time here. Now back in action. The 2-0 delivery out of the right hand. This one too far inside, and now we've got 3 balls and no strikes here with 1 out. Well, Galen, after I made that comment, I guess that's what happens. 3-0 pitch. Too far in and walked him. 4 pitches, all of them thrown as a ball, and now we have Noah Reyes reaching base on balls to first base.
I never thought you were an albatross before, but but
I interpreted that as you said I needed to go to Alcatraz. Come on, Galen.
I said albatross, not I toured Alcatraz, and there's no way you'd have wanted to go there.
No, not at all, man. You know, I was thinking of that. Actually, I caught a trailer of an old Sean Connery movie the other night, and so I've been thinking about all those old movies. I really enjoyed one movie that he was in, Finding Forrester. That's just a good, really good. You know, it's got a sports theme to it in a way, but about that young man who had a lot of knowledge and finally was able to express himself, and it's a great movie. Care for some of the language in it, but other than that, it was a good movie.
Well, unfortunately, people tend to talk that way in real life.
Yep.
Especially in prison.
Well, I'll tell you, if I've said a few things before when my hand has slipped and hit the hammer. Trying to keep that runner honest over at first. David had the camera moments ago in the bullpen. I don't know if we saw any action warming up. It just caught my eye over there. We'll possibly get back to that here in a little bit. And shortstop, number 14, Jackson Colson. As Georgetown still trying to keep that base runner honest over at first. Colson still has yet to get a pitch thrown his way.
That's Hancock, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, number 11 is warming up in the bullpen for Georgetown. Again, we may get that camera back over there again. That's Wesley Gafford.
Gafford, okay.
0-1 the count, Galen.
Gafford's only thrown one inning this year, coming back from the injury, and this will be, if he comes in, it'll be his second appearance of the year.
0-1, Brindley on the mound here at Georgetown High School. The right-handed delivery on the way, got him on the fastball. The count now 0-2. And Georgetown only leading by 1 run here, 1-0, top of the 5th.
That's why that run on first base is so important right now, and they're making so many plays, is because he could be a difference maker.
Well, as we talk about it, Cole Posey set that up. So tonight, he's making a case for SHN Sports Georgetown Eagle Player of the Game so far. It's early. Pitch here on the way. Going to be called a ball, 1-2. So 1-2-1 on the board. Delivery here. This one going to hit out of the reach. That's a base hit for Eastview over the reach of Jeffrey David. And that is a base hit. A runner will advance to second as Noah Reyes. And a beautiful hit out to left field by the shortstop, number 14, Jackson Colson, now on first base. And that's the first hit coming here for Eastview. It took till the top of the 5th, but they got that first hit now with 1 out in the top of the 5th, Galen.
Yeah, there goes the no-no.
A.J. Mays, the center fielder, now at bat for Eastview. He's 0 for 1 tonight, out on a 5-3 in the 3rd inning. Right-handed pitch on the way. This one, the fastball right across the plate for a strike, 0-1.
This may be a key batter for Brindley. If this guy gets on or hits, drives in a run, we could be seeing Mr. Gafford.
Georgetown trying to keep the runner, and this one gets away, but luckily
Knight just
Knight.
backed it up real good.
Yeah, Knight's right there behind it. That could have turned pretty ugly pretty quick, and it made a runner on third, but Knight's able to come all the way from center field and get behind that. There is someone in the bullpen now warming up. We'll switch the camera over there for you on cam 3, and I believe that is Gafford in there warming up. That's our bullpen cam here at Georgetown High School. Pitch here on the way, too high, and the count even at 1-1. A.J. Mays trying to get a hit here and score an RBI for his team. The pitch on the way, too low, 2 balls, 1 strike. Oh, Galen, we jinxed it because how fast things were moving. The Battle of the San Gabriel tonight, Eastview, here on Georgetown's home turf. There's some kids down there barking. I keep thinking there's a
big game going on out there behind the right field, and those kids are completely oblivious to what's happening on the field right now.
right-handed pitch, too close inside, 3-1.
This may be Mr. Brindley's last pitch. Hate to say that, but
3-1.
3-2.
And it is a tip, 3-2. The count, full count now. The payoff pitch upcoming here for Jack Brindley. Three and two, pitch on the way.
Got him.
Got him looking. But Jack able to work his way out, Galen. That count was up, I believe, 3-0 or 3-1. And Brindley able to come back and strike him out looking for the second out. Bottom of the order now, the left fielder, number 7, Dylan Shelton, 0 for 1 tonight, struck out swinging in the third. Boy, this would be huge for Georgetown here as there's 2 on for Eastview on 1 and 2. This pitch too high, though, in the early count, 1 ball, no strikes. Again, 2 outs, 2 on base. Runner in scoring position at second is Noah Reyes. Georgetown trying to pick him. Did he get there in time? No, he's
close.
safe. Boy, just in the nick of time. That was really close. You give Cole Posey credit. He had to come all the way from over on the opposite side of that base and was almost able to get there in time.
Cole's moving in behind him now. They're moving back.
Pitch on the way. Clip the corner for a strike, 1-1.
I haven't figured out the strike zone yet for this umpire. It's just anywhere he wants to call a strike, just about.
That's why I'm not an umpire. 1-1 delivery. Boy, that was close. That scathed his sleeve. That was close to being hit by a pitch, Galen. 2-1 the count. Two-one delivery, swing, miss, 2-2.
Well, we're 1 pitch away from being out of the inning and 2 pitches away from being in a big mess. So
I like the way you worded it. 2's across the board on the way. This one gonna pop up into the air. Cole Moore running down in foul territory. Cole Moore has the out for Georgetown. Well, the Eagles there getting a break. On the fly, 3 out. No runs. 1 hit in this inning. No errors and 2 left on for the Eastview Patriots. We're through 4.5. Georgetown leads 1-0. Don't go anywhere, folks. Georgetown Eagle Baseball live tonight on the SHNSports.com broadcast network. Will continue after this.
Hey friends, Rob Hipp here, Director of Operations with SHN Sports. Need a friendly reminder of upcoming broadcasts? We have a simple solution. Join the SHN VIP list today. Stay up to date with upcoming broadcasts, events, and other exclusive content. Visit shnsports.com/VIP. That's shnsports.com/VIP.
Back in action here from Georgetown High School. It's Georgetown Eagle Baseball live tonight on the SHNSports.com broadcast network. I'm Rob Hipp alongside Galen Wellnicki, Nathan Height, our technical director tonight, and David England down on the field with our field cam. Georgetown leads 1-0 here as we are halfway through 4.5, bottom of the 5th. And the Eagles back at bat now here on their home field. A lot different scenario than we saw on Tuesday night at Eastview High School. Leading off for Georgetown will be a hit over to the right side. That one way into foul territory off the first base, Cole Moore, the power hitter for Georgetown. Cole Moore now with his third at-bat of the night. He is 0 for 2 tonight. He reached on an error in the first and then was out unassisted in the third. We'll have score updates from 19-5A, the Roush Raiders tonight in Bastrop County down at Cedar Creek. Right-handed pitch here on the way. The count 2-1 now for Cole Moore. Galen next to me trying to get his jacket on, having a little bit of trouble. Pitch on the way. This one is going to be hit. It's going, and gone out of the park. A single home run for Cole Moore. Laced it right out. And that right alley. And Cole Moore rounding the bases for the home run. Wow, what a hit by Cole Moore. Galen, what did you do? You said what was that?
What?
You said it landed in somebody's backyard?
Yeah, there's people live in those houses right over there behind the fence.
Well, the second run for Georgetown comes here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Cole Moore with a beautiful home run. And for Cole Moore, here in this season, that is now his 4th home run. Pitch on the way here to Ryan Knight. Called a ball, 1-0 the count. Well, for our Facebook viewers out there, be sure to go over to shnsports.com. You can get all the camera angles and a lot better view of this game. We just put it on Facebook Live for a few minutes to spread the word. But again, head over to shnsports.com, click on baseball, and then click on the view game for the Georgetown League. We're going to go ahead and turn off our Facebook live stream. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. We'll see you back at shnsports.com/baseball. Pitch here, this one going up. It's going to fly up, and the shortstop should be able to get under it and make the play for the first out. Actually, it's going to be the third baseman, Noah Reyes, on a fly 5 for the first out, Galen. Galen, did you get that jacket on?
I got it on.
It's a pullover. That took a while.
Yeah, I'm trying to, I didn't want to get up here and elbow y'all out of the way.
You should have. I told you you're allowed to, do whatever you need to, man. Pitch here on the way, too high and outside. The early count 1-0 on Jeffrey David.
Gosh, if I'd known that, I would have called and had somebody cater me a T-bone up here. Yeah, but tonight I ate at one of our local restaurants that specializes in fried southern fish. So.
Hey, that's good. 2-0 the count. Next pitch, a ball. Jeffrey David, 0 for 2 tonight.
That looked like a strike to me.
Yeah,
But
it did. They're going to call a ball, though. It was a 3-0, now 4-0, and he will walk. Now the designated hitter, number 13, Logan Drake, back on the box for Georgetown, Galen.
if he's the designated hitter, I'm going to designate him to drive in a run then. Let me be the designator.
Again, here in the bottom of the 5th inning, Georgetown leading 2-0 on their home field.
Oop, we got to throw over.
Logan stepped out, now back into that box. A left-handed hitter for Georgetown. Again, Eastview's Ryan Bailey on a 1-3 over to Gabe Pompa, trying to keep that base runner honest. Jeffrey David at first, who reached on a walk moments ago. This one going to be hit up center field. That's a base hit for Georgetown, and that'll put runners on the corners at 1 and 3. Beautiful hit by Logan Drake as he continues his hitting storm this season. Wow. That'll advance David over to third. Drake will stand there on his own. Remember earlier he had that courtesy runner. Drake will this time will stand at 1 all alone with the hit. Galen?
He's almost got his batting average up to 500.
That's unbelievable. Wow.
You know, when you consider how few at bats, he's had about half as many bats as a lot of the guys in the lineup. Of course, he kind of at times alternates on that DH.
Now Georgetown runner going to be safe at 3 and then also over at 2.
Got a stolen base.
A stolen base there by Logan Drake. And that's Georgetown's second stolen base of the night.
Yeah, we're not running for Logan this time like we did the last time.
So runners now in scoring position at 2 and 3 for the Eagles. Drake at 2. David at 3. Pitch on the way here, too low for Hunter Savarese. In the count, 1 and 1. Aces across the board, Galen. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Georgetown leads 2-0 here in the bottom of the 5th. And now Eastview's coach maybe pulling his pitcher. We'll see what's going on here. Sorry for the pun.
That's okay.
The pulling pun.
They don't have anybody warming up in the bullpen except some of those little kids down there from the G1.
Yeah, I don't think they're eligible.
No.
Now back in action here. 1-1 and 1. Hunter Savarese. Pitch on the way. This one is going deep down the left power alley, but it should be caught by the center fielder, and it is. A runner here, though, going to come in and score for Georgetown, sliding in for the run. You consider that a sac fly?
That's a sac fly.
Sure is. Out to center field on the 8th spot.
Number 5, Cole Posey.
That's the second out of the inning. And runner will come in, Jeffrey David, and score. And Georgetown putting on a little frenzy now, leading 3-0. Logan Drake staying at second. He did not run over to third on that play.
It's going to be interesting to see, too, if Brindley comes back out at the pitch or if they bring Gafford in.
One and two on the board. Georgetown leading 3-0. Pitch on the way, too far outside.
That pitch has been a strike before tonight.
The next one called a strike, 2-2. Two-two pitch on the way. This one hit way to the left field, and it is going into foul territory. Boy, right at the last moment, Galen, it was near that pole, close to being gone, but too far left, and the count 2-2.
The way we're sitting here, I have to look between the Venetian blinds here to see that corner of the field.
That was a close one. Deuces across. Georgetown leads 3-0 here in the top of the 6th inning. Or bottom of the 5th, I beg your pardon. 8:21 the time. Pitch on the way. This one's going to ground foul over to the Eagle dugout. The count remains 2-2 for Cole Posey.
There is somebody warming up now in the I believe in the Eastview bullpen.
Pitch too far outside. The count now will be full at 3-2 for Cole Posey. Three-two gets under this one. It's going to pop up over to center field, though, and A.J. Mays comes up and makes the play for a little fly-8 action and the third out of the inning. But Georgetown, a productive inning this time for the Eagles as they score 2 runs in this inning. Those 2 runs coming on 1 hit, no errors. Beg your pardon, 2 hits? Yeah, 2 hits there. 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base for Georgetown. The Eagles lead 3-0 as we climb to the top of the 6th inning. Don't go anywhere, folks. Georgetown Eagle baseball will continue after this. I believe. Is that Wesley Gafford?
I believe so.
And trying to get a number there. Wesley, it's hard to see. I believe that is Wesley Gafford, though. He was the one originally in the bullpen for Georgetown. It is number 11. It is Wesley Gafford. As we look over stats here for Gafford, he's only pitched 1 inning this season, Galen, and
He missed most. He missed most of the season with an injury. Just came back last week, I believe.
That's right.
Up to bat number 13, your right fielder, Stephon Reyes.
Leading off for Eastview, back to the top of the order, the right fielder, number 13, Stephon Reyes. Well, it's good to see Wesley Gafford on the mound for Georgetown here, Galen. Kicks up, the right-handed pitch on the way, and he got him on the corner for a strike, 0-1. Good first start here for Wesley Gafford. It's a way to get things going. Got it going on. That's what I used to say. Got it going on, Galen.
Gotta have it going on.
0-1 delivery off the right hand. This one gonna tip foul around the dirt. 0-2. Well, the artificial dirt.
Dandruff. Artificial dandruff.
Pitch on the way. Swing. Miss. Got him. Boy, Gafford comes out, throws 3 pitches, and throws a strike right off, or throws an out right off the bat, Galen.
And Reyes didn't look too comfortable on that bat either. Especially that last pitch. A little low.
Second baseman Jalen Camarillo now at bat for the Eastview Patriots. The first pitch too low, 1-0.
The good thing is, if we hold this lead, we don't have to bat in the bottom of the 7th.
Got to tell you, Galen, a lot of this equipment up here is starting to show its age. Having some wires tonight that have shorted out, so I have to tap on a little bit of them, man. We'll get that fixed up before next game. This is the same set we've been using for 4 years, so I figure that's a pretty good record here. 0-1 to count. This one going to pop way up in the air. The second baseman, Luke Seaback, trying to get under it, and he does for the 3rd out. Very productive inning for Wesley Gafford, who just came into the game for Georgetown.
7 pitches.
It's not bad. 7 pitches and 3 outs. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. We're through 5.5. We'll keep things right here for just a moment. Well, Galen, we lost our field cam for the first time this season. We'll get that back up and running here in just a minute.
Nice green on there.
Well, Galen, you know, we made it through 8 without anything going on. Still not bad. We still got a couple here. Well, what do you think so far, Georgetown?
Doing what they have to tonight.
Seemed like they were struggling early, but came out and found their rhythm. We have the same pitcher out there for Eastview, I believe. We have a new pitcher. No, it's still Ryan Bailey, I believe, Galen. And leading off for Georgetown will be,
Austin Coe. And at bat,
no, it is a new pitcher for Eastview. It's Austin Coe.
Dixon.
He pitched last night. I mean, Monday night, didn't he?
Well, our video stream is back on. I don't know what Nathan did down there. He did something. We're back up and running. Pitch on the way here. This one too low in the early count. 1 ball, no strikes. Leading off again for Georgetown. Galen, I'm all messed up here. That's not Luke Seaback. It's number 22 for the Georgetown Eagles.
Pinch hitter.
This one going to hit over to right field. That shot. That ball. I said shot. I'm thinking of basketball now. The count 1-1. 22 for Georgetown. I've got his name in my head. I just can't say it. It's Wesley Dixon. I talked to his dad a while ago. Come on, Rob. Pitch on the way. This one going to ground, and it'll go foul. And the count at 2-2, Galen. Here for Wesley Dixon. The bottom of the 6th inning. The score. Georgetown leads. Pitch on the way. This one going to hit foul right into the Eagle dugout. Boy, they got to watch out over there. 2-2. The count remains. Kick up. The pitch on the way. Too low. Full count. 3-2. Galen. Who is out there pitching again?
Coe.
That's Austin Coe, number 15. He got a 15 and a 16 earlier. Pitch by Coe. This was going to ground, a base hit for Georgetown over to left field. Beautifully placed by Wesley Dixon. Another hit for the Georgetown Eagles. That one coming on the payoff pitch.
Georgetown Eagles, number 9, Grant Wood.
And now we move to the top of the order here, and it will be for Wyatt Childress, number 9, Grant Wood. Overheard Nathan here. Courtesy runner number 8 out there at first base is Luke Seaback. And Dixon hitting for him moments ago. Coe trying to keep the runner honest over to Pompa. The runner safe on a 1-3. Pitch here on the way, right across the plate looking at it, and that'll be a strike 0-1 for Grant Wood. Next pitch, right hand. Corner, strike looking again, 0-2. Galen's got the math wizard legend brain going over here. You're doing something, Galen. He shook his head, yes. Pitch here on the way. This one's going to ground over. Another base hit for Georgetown. That's going to be a double. At least for, no, it's going to be a single, but that will allow Wes Dixon to reach over to third. Now runners on the corners, back-to-back hits for Georgetown.
Noah Thompson.
And now number 17, Noah Thompson, at bat for Jackson Seosin. So again, runners on 1 and 3 for Georgetown. Grant Wood at 1, Noah Thompson now hitting for Jackson Seosin. So Seaback out there at third base as a courtesy runner. There may be another courtesy runner at first. I overheard Nathan. That may be Childress. This one is going to hit deep, but it should sell, and the shortstop trying to make a play on it, and he has it. Little fly six action out there. Noah Thompson for the first out of the inning. Is that 20 out there at first base? I can't tell. Yeah, so it is Childress out there. The first baseman, third of the order, number 23, Cole Moore. Cole tonight is 1 for 3. Reached on an error in the first. Was tagged out unassisted in the third. And then had that hit and eventually able to round and score in the fifth, Galen. You still adding up, Galen?
No.
You had the math wizard brain going.
Yeah.
I'm eager to hear what you were tabulating.
I hope I'm right.
Georgetown going to try to get a stolen base here, and they do. So stealing base over there, Wyatt Childress.
Of course, that puts now 2 runners in scoring position here. Should Cole make connection here with the baseball?
Pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Boy, he had some power behind that, trying to hit that ball that had some velocity behind it. In the count at 1-1. Again, 1-1, 1 out. Georgetown leads 2-0 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Cole Moore steps aside, adjusts his gloves, gets his hand on the bat where he wants. Austin Coe on the mound for Eastview, the right-handed pitcher. Runners on 2 and 3 for Georgetown. Coe looks down, now delivers. 2 high and out. 2 balls, 1 strike.
I have an interesting figure, and we'll go over it between innings.
Okay.
Because it'll apply more to the top of the 7th than it will be to the... And I'll need you to support me on this.
I don't know if you can count on me, Galen. This one by Cole Moore is going to be 2 runs scored for Georgetown, 2 RBIs as he laces it over to the left power alley, and Cole is going to get a triple and 2 RBIs as he slides in, and he is safe at third. Wow, Cole Moore, the power hitter for the Eagles, and Georgetown scores 2 more. On the triple by Cole Moore.
Home run and a triple from Cole.
Beg your pardon? You can say it, Galen.
Oh, you know, that makes him a leading candidate to be the player of the game.
Oh, yeah.
A home run and a triple.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's 7 total bases right there. And he got on in the air, so he's been on 3 of his 4 times up.
This pitch, well, it looked close and inside on Ryan Knight, but they're going to call a strike. 0-1 the count.
It'd be nice if Ryan could unload on one here.
Ryan Knight tonight, he's 0 for 2. Pitch on the way, swing, tip, foul, 0-2. A little 0-2-1 on the board.
He's got his rooting section here tonight, his parents and his sisters here tonight.
Always appreciate the Knights family. Right-handed pitch on the way, swing and a miss. That'll be the 2nd out. Got him swinging. Austin Coe gets his first strikeout swinging.
Number 7, Jeffrey David.
Move to the middle of the order now. The 3rd baseman, number 7, Jeffrey David. In that 5th slot. Was that number 10? It is number 10. Beg your pardon. Thank you, Nathan.
Jared Ross, isn't it?
It is Jared Ross.
Correction on that, at bat number 10, Jared Ross.
So Jared Ross at bat now, the right-handed hitter for Georgetown.
That's always nice to hear in late innings if we're ahead that Adam tries to get all these kids in the game. I think he's just got about every position player in the game, on the roster in the game now.
I was wanting to spread the player of the game love tonight, but Cole Moore is just pretty much he's taking the full case for that one tonight here, Galen. Pitch here, too far out, 1-0 the count on Jared Ross.
Because I don't think he's going to get another at bat at the rate we're going, right?
This one is hit deep into center field for the third out. It's brought down by A.J. Mays for the third out. Little fly 8 action. 2 runs again scored in this inning. Galen on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. Georgetown leads 5-0. We'll take a quick break. Don't go anywhere, folks. Georgetown Eagle Baseball live tonight on the SHNSports.com broadcast network will continue after this.
Thousands of listeners, laser-focused marketing, and showing a high level of community involvement. Those are a few of many reasons to advertise with SHN Sports. We strive to keep our broadcast as affordable as possible, and your support makes that happen. Please consider advertising with SHN Sports. Email rob@shnsports.com. That's rob@shnsports.com. We have a solution for everyone. Hey friends, Rob Hipp here, Director of Operations with SHN Sports. Need a friendly reminder of upcoming broadcasts? We have a simple solution. Join the SHN VIP list today. Stay up to date with upcoming broadcasts, events, and other exclusive content. Visit shnsports.com/VIP. That's shnsports.com/VIP. Monosmith now pitching for the Georgetown Eagles. Welcome back here. In the top of the 7th inning, Georgetown leads 5-0. This could be the final 3 outs here if Georgetown can hold on, Galen.
This is eight innings, I believe, of that series. So we've now 19 innings without giving up a run, I believe.
In a row?
Yes.
Wow.
I believe the last game with Bastrop was 9-0.
Pitch here on the way. Hit foul 2-1. The count of Rodriguez.
At least that's what my scorebook says, but that doesn't necessarily. But it's been a good time for the Eagles as far as pitching and defense.
Pitch on the way here, and going to be called a ball. 3-1 for Monosmith.
Of course, hopefully I haven't jinxed this now.
Yeah, because I'll have to scratch that out when I talk to Foster. Here in the top of the 6th, Georgetown leads 5-0. Or top of the 7th, I beg your pardon. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss. 3-2, full count. Tried to get him to bite Galen, and the Rodriguez swung at it. 3-2. Had a question for you, and I forgot it. It just went. That's what happens, Galen.
I've been there.
I heard that happens when you get younger.
Yeah.
It's a good sign. This one going to hit foul way back behind first base over past the fence. The count remains 3-2, no outs.
You mean it was one over there that Cole couldn't get to tonight?
Couldn't reach it. He couldn't fly over there.
He's made several plays over off the base today. We got somebody warming up. We got 2 people warming up.
Well, next for Georgetown, I don't want to get too far ahead, but talking about the next games up for Georgetown, Galen.
Be against Rouse.
Was he look out swinging here? Or no, he walked him.
He walked him.
Number 11, Parker Mason.
It is a walk here.
We got a pinch hitter.
Yep, it's number 11. It's Parker Namkin now for Eastview. And there is going to be a courtesy runner there on first. It's number 4 for the Eastview Patriots, and that will be Reese. I beg your pardon, it's not Reese Grimes. That is Jordan Espinosa at first. So Jordan Espinosa, the runner now at first for Rodriguez. Parker Namkin at the bat now for the Eastview Patriots, a right-handed hitter. Mona Smith on the base, and boy, hits him.
It must have been off the bat.
Must have been off the bat. Runner's going to advance over to second.
No, it wasn't off the bat then. It was, it must have been off the catcher's glove.
So he'll advance to second on a wild pitch.
Yep.
And the count 1-0 here for Namkin. Well, Galen, you may have jinxed it. Runner in scoring position now with no outs.
I'm a bad boy.
I just wonder why Gafford got pulled. This pitch too far out, and again, another wild pitch, and now the runner's going to advance over to third. And the count 2-0.
Well, the thing is, he's coming back, and I don't think they really want to push him that much. They want to get him work and get him back into the routine. But I think they're looking for him as to be a tool against Rouse and Cedar Park. I know we go to Rouse next Tuesday. And then on Friday we come home and play Rouse here. And then we've got, on Saturday we play Cedar Park, and then the next Tuesday we play Cedar Park again here. So, we got 2 tough series really within 6 games, 4 games within 8 days.
Yeah.
So that's that puts kind of a strain on your pitching staff.
Pitch here hit foul way off the first base side by Parker Namkin, and it's count 2-1.
Especially against 2 teams that have shown a tendency to be able to score runs.
And those are your 2 and 3 spots in 19-5A?
Right now, yeah.
Right now. Pitch on the way. Pulls back, got him looking. 2-2.
At a minimum, you'd like to win at least one of those 3 games, and ideally you'd like to take 2 or 3 of them. I don't think you're going to sweep both of them. That's just my feeling. But
this pitch up too high, and a full count now at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Again, no outs here in the top of the 7th inning at Georgetown High School. The Eagles lead 5-0 here in the Battle of the San Gabriel.
We'll take 7.
Take 10. That'll be over. Swing, miss here. Got him swinging on the payoff pitch for the first out.
That's good. You can come back and.
Now at bat, the third baseman, number 5, Noah Reyes. Noah tonight is 0-for-1. Struck out looking in the second, reached on a walk left, stranded on second base in the 5th. Wind up the pitch here. Hit foul way over the fence behind us, and the count 0-1. Boy, a lot of broken windows tonight. The insurance company's going to be mad. Just kidding. That's the sound effect.
I still like the ones where they have a cow or something out there and they have the cow sound when it gets hit.
Pitch here across the plate on the fastball. 0-2. Nathan told me earlier he's going to New Orleans. Leaving tonight? Man. Nathan's going to New Orleans. I'll give him $5 to take. Uh-oh. Eastview's going to score here, Galen.
Yeah, on a wild pitch.
On a wild pitch. You jinxed it. Eastview does score. 5-1 the score here. And at first base it will be Noah Reyes.
And I think he made it on a drop third wild pitch on pass ball or a wild pitch on the third strike.
Mm-hmm. Number 14, Jackson Colson. Shortstop at bat now. Pitch on the way. Too high, and the count at 1-0.
Inside.
Inside 2-0 the count. Georgetown trying to pick the runner there on a 1-3, keeping him honest. He's safe. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. Top of the 7th, Georgetown leads 5-1 here on their home field tonight at Georgetown High School. I'm Rob Hipp, Galen Wellnicki, Nathan Hyde, our technical director, David England down on the field cam. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Georgetown going to try to get him here, and no, cannot get there in time for a stolen base, Galen. So Eastview again reaching now to second on a stolen base, and the count at 2-1 on Jackson Coulson. Well, Georgetown hurting themselves here in the top of the 7th. They're 2 outs away, but so far, Monosmith struggling here to finish this one out. This one going to hit foul off the first base side. The kids take off again. So much energy out there, Galen. 2-2. The count. I get tired seeing kids running around. It gets me out of breath. Dog's barking again. You hear that, Galen?
Oh.
Georgetown going to try to get him on a pick. He's safe at 2. Again, 2-2 the count, 1 out. Nathan telling me it's the Eastview bullpen barking.
Oh.
On the 2-2 makes it a 3-2. Payoff pitch upcoming here for Monosmith.
We may have some action out of the bullpen here and on this pitch if it goes awry.
Kick up, right-handed pitch, pulls back and walked him. Runners on 1 and 2 for the Eastview Patriots.
Adam Foster is going to the mound.
At the bullpen here. That was a number 4 for Georgetown. Taking a look here, so Monosmith will head back over.
Jackson C. Osen.
Yep, it's number 12, Jackson C. Osen for the Georgetown Eagles. So Jackson C. Osen will come in and try to shut this one down here. Again, number 12, Jackson C. Osen for the Georgetown Eagles. Unfortunately for Caleb, they're struggling for the Eagles, and Monosmith will try to put this one to rest, Galen. 2 more outs away.
And this is not a safe situation either with a 4-run difference.
You saved me from my hunger pains, Galen.
That's right, we haven't talked food except for one Arby's reference. But as the commercial says, we've got the meats.
Yeah, that's right. We've got the meats.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were talking about it earlier. There used to be an Arby's out on 35 here in Georgetown at the gas station. I used to eat there. That was way back in the day, man. I went to that gas station a while back, and that area where Arby's used to be, it's like a storeroom now. I mean, you can walk in there. There's just junk everywhere. All the seats are still there where you could sit, but there's boxes and just stuff cluttered up everywhere. Well, Jackson C. Osen, our SHN Sports Georgetown Eagle player of the game last Tuesday, correct?
We had 2.
We had 2 of them, that's right. Jackson C. Osen and Grayson Smith.
Yeah. 'Cause
well, Galen, 9 o'clock was looking good, but it's going to be after 9 now, possibly 8:54 the time now.
Well, we've done our job of jinxing things, so between the two of us, especially me tonight.
The Jinx Masters. Well, that 19 innings in a row was shutout. That lasted until the 7th inning. I'll still talk to Foster about that, though.
I think that's right.
We can change that now to only allowing 1 run, hopefully 1 run in 19.
Or we can say 1 run in 11 innings and 12 innings with Eastview. So far, they've got a runner on second. I want to run around first.
Runners on, 1-2 for the Patriots. One out here as Seosin will get his first pitch here, trying to finish this one up. This one going to hit foul behind us. Off the bat of A.J. Mays, the center fielder. He is 0 for 2 tonight, out on a 5-3 in the third, struck out looking in the fifth. That was on a payoff pitch. Oh, 0-1 the count. Seosin looks over his right shoulder, lets this one fly, and it's going to be a strike on the fastball, 0-2. We'll take it, Galen. We'll take it.
Yes, we will.
With a side of mustard. Maybe a little ketchup. Maybe some horseradish sauce.
Yeah.
A little wasabi and some sushi. Pitch on the way. This one going to be hit over to left field, diving, and not able to make the catch. That was a hard one for Georgetown. Hunter Savarese trying to get under it. He couldn't get there in time. That's a base hit, and now bases are loaded for the Eastview Patriots. And Galen, things get tricky now because you have
the tying run.
Your tying run at the plate. Unbelievable. And it is Dylan Shelton. This is not where you want to see, Galen. You do not want to see, if you're a Georgetown fan, a grand slam. This one's going to ground over. Georgetown going to get him at 2, trying to get the double play at 1. They can't get the double, and that one gets away from him. But one runner will come in and score here.
He's a fielder's choice.
Now, bat number 13, the right fielder.
And that was a fielder's choice, A.J. Mays. What was that on a 6-4? 6-4 for the second out on the fielder's choice. Was that Shelton? Yeah, that was Shelton on the 6-4, correct?
Yeah.
And Shelton will be at first. And now we move back to the top of the lineup. Number 13, Stefan Reyes. Reyes tonight 0 for 3 out on a line drive to center field in the first. And was tagged unassisted at the first and the third and struck out Sweeney in the sixth. So his fourth at-bat of the evening. Eastview trailing 5-2. It's not the way Georgetown wanted to end this game. And Galen, there's still life here for the Eastview Patriots. Don't want to count them out even though there's 2 outs. Georgetown 1 away. And Seosin getting talked to by Wyatt Childress up at the mound. The umpire's talking things over. Now everybody gets reset here. A little rocky finish to this one, Galen.
5-2.
5-2 with 2 all right. 5-2 chat. 5-1 chat. No, what do you? I don't know what we're talking about, Galen. Pitch here, too far out on the corner. 1-0 the count. What are you talking about a 5-2 a second ago? What are you talking about?
That's the score.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait a minute. I'm thinking of a 5-2. I'm thinking of positions out here. I'm thinking of, oh, goodness. Swing and a miss here. The count even 1-1. Georgetown 2 strikes away. Put this one in the books, young men. Seosin on the mound, a right-handed pitch on the way. This one going to ground foul. Georgetown 1 strike away, 1-2.
You know, if they weren't, if ECU wasn't playing Georgetown right now, you'd kind of like to see them win.
Absolutely.
You know, I'd love to see it where the 2 dominant teams in the district were Georgetown and Eastview.
Pitch on the way. Too close inside. The count remains 1-2. Or I beg your pardon, 2-2. 1 strike away, Galen. Be a great time for Seosin to get him to bite on one. 2-2 even pitch on the way. This one is going fly up over to right field. That'll be caught for the third out by Jackson. Well, it's not Jackson Seosin. Who was that out there, Galen? I forgot it was Seosin. I forgot to get the changeup who was out there right. But anyways, it will be out on a fly 9. For the third out, I'll make my way down to talk to Coach Adam Foster, Cole Moore, SHN Sports, Georgetown Eagle player of the game. Don't go anywhere, folks. I'll send it over to Galen Wellnicki. We'll be right back after this. Georgetown Eagle baseball continues Eagles win tonight, 5-2. A little rocky finish, but we will keep things rolling. Galen, I'll send it over to you. Nathan, I'm mad for this one tonight. 3. Keep my level right up there. Yep.
All right. All right, we're back here, and we've got the totals on the game. Georgetown scores 5 runs on 8 hits. Eastview made 2 errors, and we left 9 men on base, which is not good. For Eastview had 2 runs on 2 hits. Georgetown made no errors, and they left 4 men on base. So, you know, that comes out. It's 12 innings. Georgetown outscored them 16-2. And it got the desired 8th win. And I think Rob's about ready to talk to Cole Moore down here.
Galen, can you guys hear me up there? We
can
loud and
hear
clear
you.
tonight?
We
Hey,
hear you loud and
everything's
clear.
sounding good tonight. Rob Hipp down here on the field with the SHN Sports Georgetown Eagle player of the game, Cole Moore. Cole, you know, we like to spread the love with the player of the game, but tonight we couldn't deny the work that you did out here versus Eastview. Tonight, Cole, 2 for 4, had that solo home run and then that 2-run triple. Talk about the game tonight, closing out the series here versus Eastview.
I mean, it's always good to beat our hometown rival, Eastview, and the pitchers dominated on the mound. Our defense played well, and everybody was hitting the ball.
Well, Cole, talking about this season here so far, you guys now halfway through the season, but the action gets a lot more tough now as you've got Rouse and then you've got Cedar Park. We're talking 4 games in 8 days. How do you feel right now through the first half of District 19 5A?
I mean, I feel like we've been playing well so far, and we can't stop working now, and got to keep working hard, and that's about it.
Well, Cole, again, great game tonight, but talk about the ending there. Tell us about, did things get a little tense because we had the tying run on the plate for a while there with Eastview. How did it feel in the bullpen? How were things feeling for you out there in that final moments of this ball game?
I mean, I always know that we have someone that can come in from the pen and throw strikes and tack barrels and get us out of that little sticky situation. So.
Awesome. Well, Cole, final question here is I always like to say the camera's right there on you. Who do you want to send some love to, a shout-out to tonight, man, before we let you go?
Shout-out to all of our fans for coming to support us.
Awesome, man. Well, Cole Moore, our 2-time player of the game, had to give it to you tonight, man. There was no way around it. We appreciate you, Cole Moore. Well, again, Cole Moore, our SHN Sports Georgetown Eagle player of the game. We had Cole Posey up there at first, but then Cole kind of got things up and going. We'll now meet with Coach Adam Foster. Coach, win is a win tonight. You guys close out Eastview, improve to 8-0 in the season now. I was talking to Cole. I was going to name Cole Posey the player of the game at first, but I couldn't deny Cole Moore there after he went 2 for 4, had that homer, and then also the triple and scored 2 runs on that one. Talk about the game tonight versus Eastview, a very competitive team, but here at the end, things got a little bit tense. Talk to us about this one tonight, Coach.
All right, so their guy kept us off balance most of the game, did a really good job. We didn't make an adjustment soon enough. The home run was definitely a game changer. You know, we manufactured one, and then that one gave us a little breathing room. Got some guys in there to pinch hit, and they freaking stepped up and got it done. You know, the bullpen, Wesley Gafford came in again and did really well. And, you know, we didn't throw strikes there in the 7th. And when you walk guys, you know, they score. Seosin came in and did what he was supposed to do, and we got out of it.
Well, Coach, Galen and I jinxed it because we were about to say you guys went 19 innings in a row, shutting out, talking back to Bastrop and now to Eastview. But still, you got to be happy at 19 innings, only 2 runs. Talk to us about these last few games and now at the halfway point, how you guys are looking when a tough competition of Rouse and Cedar Park.
Yeah, we're still climbing the mountain to try and get to our peak. Make sure that we're playing the best we can play, and I'd say we're pretty close. Another quality start by Jack tonight. I didn't mention that earlier, but he was throwing a no-hitter for 4 innings, I think, and kept those guys at bay, and I'm glad he did. We weren't scoring any runs yet, but we're starting to peak at the right time, and hopefully we'll ride this thing all the way into June.
Well, Coach, something I didn't mention, we're in high school baseball, but, it's opening day for the majors. Does that have an impact with high school kids and also high school baseball?
Oh, yeah, they were fighting to get into the locker room to watch the baseball. So Cubs were 1-0, heading back towards the World Series again. Pretty fired up about that. The Yankees suck, and nobody likes them.
Some viewers out there may, Coach, but we'll see.
That was for 2 players and Coach Brindley.
There you go. Okay, see, we got to clear it up. Well, Coach, final question here. Now we move on to Rouse, and we don't want to get ahead and talk to Cedar Park, but Rouse coming up. Of course, Rouse last year the district champions here in 19-5A. A great coach over at Rouse. We always appreciate Coach Crimpine, but we're talking about 4 games, I believe, in 8 days. What preparation goes into that kind of stretch now that we really get to the meat of this district now?
Well, playing the tournament schedule that we played, and then playing the 3 games a week up until this week, we're going to be ready for those 4 games in 8 days. And, Rouse is going to be good competition, but it's no different than playing Bastrop, Elgin, or Eastview. We've got to show up to the ballpark and do what we do, and we do that, then, we're going to be successful.
Coach, as always, appreciate your time and a great victory tonight. I know Jared's back there ready to give you a high five, so we'll let you go, Coach.
He wants to talk to you.
So there's Jared out here. Jared's the man of the game, man, and Jared always does such great work. As you can see him giving Coach a high five and a hug out there. But, again, we appreciate everybody out there and Coach Foster and the staff here. A win is a win. Georgetown coming out of here tonight, and did want to give a shout-out, though, to Eastview and the fine work that Coach Pullen is doing at Eastview. It's been a tough season for the Patriots, but they will find a way to rebound. And tonight they gave Georgetown a run for their money. Talking about there at the end of the game in the 7th inning, that tying run was right here next to me on home plate, and Eastview was able to score 2, but that just about did it. Jackson Seosin came in and did a good job finishing out things for the Eagles. But that's the way it goes tonight. Georgetown now 8-0 here in 19-5A. Now the meet starts with Rouse and then Cedar Park. I'll send it right back up to Galen Wellnicki, and I will join you here in just a few moments after I run back up there. And Galen, I'm at a point now to where I'm not out of breath all the time, so I think I'm doing better, Galen. I'll send it up to Galen.
That's good. I'm glad your physical conditioning program is working. One thing about it, we look at it like this. Georgetown now with a 5-2 win tonight has outscored its 8 district opponents 61-16, which is not a bad ratio. But unfortunately, Eastview now has scored 9 runs as compared to 55 for their opponents. One thing statistically looking into the Rouse is the fact that in the first 5 district games, they'll be playing their 6th. They were playing their 6th tonight. They've had a couple games in which they've got hammered. In a non-district game, which you can't read a lot into that, with Round Rock they got beat 11-0. But then in their district start, with Cedar Park they got beat 12-0. So they can be beaten. And then Cedar Park, which is supposed to be a team heavily laden with pitchers, outscored their opponents 34-9, and their pitching staff is supposed to be really stingy. And one of the interesting things in the race right now, if you look away from the top 3, is the battle for 4th. Right now, Elgin and Cedar Creek went into action tonight at 4-3, and Hutto is 3-2. So unfortunately, Bastrop, Conley, and Eastview have pretty much played their way out of the playoff contention. Eastview would have to win all 8 of their second half games and still would have to have some help to get into the playoffs. It's probably going to take at least a 9-7, and to ensure yourself in the playoffs, you'd probably have to go 10-6.
Galen, I appreciate you. Hey, I jinxed myself. I said I wouldn't get out of breath coming back up here, but
that was a pretty quick trip.
It was.
The kids must have really got out of your way to go watch the Cubs or whoever they were watching to play tonight. I know the Rangers and Astros played today, I think.
David's telling us to stand up. I don't know if I can, David. Man, my feet are, we're about wrapped up here with this one tonight. We will, though. I know the camera was having a hard time getting at us, so. Well, again, Georgetown, a victory is a victory. They do it tonight. They take care of business. And, again, no disrespect to the teams that Georgetown has played so far, but the quality of the meat of the district really start. And, again, I don't want to be, hurt anybody's feelings, but just being honest, based on what we've seen so far, the battle really now goes full swing with Georgetown. Eastview giving Georgetown a little run for their money here late in this one, but Georgetown able to hold on. And Coach Foster brought up a good point. Jack Brindley had a great 4.5 innings for the Georgetown Eagles as he almost shut him out there for 4.5. But now you talk about Rouse. You talk about Cedar Park. Georgetown's got to play Rouse. And I agree with you. It's going to be tough. And Georgetown, they may drop 1 or 2 games, so one apiece to those teams. What are your thoughts coming in as we play Rouse coming up?
We talked about it while you were coming up, that Rouse can be had. Round Rock beat them 11-0 in a Dunn District game. Of course, you can't, without going back and studying that game as to who played in that game, you can't count it. But Cedar Park blasted them 12-0 in the second game of that series. So
it's kind of back and forth.
Yeah.
Well, Georgetown sitting all alone now at 8-0 in district play. Things get tough. We'll be on the call for those games coming up here. And that schedule, Galen, go over that real quick with Rouse.
Rouse, we play there on Tuesday, and we're home on Friday.
And that's going to be the SHN Broadcast Cup, if you will, because we have our Rouse crew and Georgetown crew. So it'll be kind of cool having both crews there. And we decided to keep it that way because we've got a crew that's more biased towards Rouse. We got a crew that's more biased towards Georgetown, and we didn't want to lose that. And so we will have Rouse along with us there. It'll be kind of cool having both SHN SHN broadcast companies.
We can't sneak over and unplug them while they're on the air
That's
or anything
right.
like that. It's got to be a gentleman's game.
That's right. Yeah, pat on the back all the way around. Well, Galen, final thoughts here before we sign off tonight.
Well, it's great to be 8-0 at this point in the season because you're in a position to where you only have to win 2 more games to guarantee yourself of being in the playoffs. Of course, this team wants to go a lot further than the playoffs. And right now, the district we play against, if we weren't in the playoffs, is kind of developing into a mess. Is a highly competitive mess between 5 teams. Because Tomball Memorial upset front-running Magnolia 6-5 on Monday night. And then Bastrop and Willis may never get the way things are going weather-wise down there. Bastrop and Willis didn't play on Monday night, and they've lost 2 or 3 straight games.
Well, we'll see what happens, Galen. It'll be fun. We'll be on the road, and we're excited about this one. So, Galen, always appreciate you. Great work as always. Thanks for putting together all those fine stats and keeping me in line up here. On behalf of all of our crews throughout Central Texas, here tonight at Georgetown, I'm Rob Hipp for Galen Wellnicki, Nathan Height, our technical director. And down on the field tonight, finally getting a little camera action down there himself, is David England. So, David, we got you down on the camera tonight, giving us a thumbs up. We said we got to get the camera really on because we tried to get the camera on David the other game, and the SHN scoreboard was covered him up. So we had to give David a shout-out. So we appreciate you again, David, as we switch the camera now back down onto the field to you. As we close this one out, Georgetown, a happy final score tonight. Georgetown victorious over Eastview here at the Battle of the San Gabriel. Georgetown sweeps the series. They improve to 8-0. The final score, Georgetown 5, Eastview 2. We will catch up with you on Tuesday, live from Leander, Texas, at Rouse High School. Until then, everybody, have a great, wonderful night. And remember, as I always like to say, we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We need each other. So provide a word of encouragement and lend a hand of support. Somebody out there tonight needs you. We'll catch up with you soon, friends. Have a wonderful, great night. God bless you. And thanks for joining us for another edition of Georgetown Eagle Baseball here on SHN Sports. Good night from Georgetown.
This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by the Shoning Hipp Network. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, use of sound bites and interviews, and use of any other content, including audio or video, without the direct written consent and permission by the Shoning Hipp Network is strictly prohibited and protected by federal and copyright laws. All rights are reserved by the Shoning Hipp Network and SHNSports.com.